Okay, so what's up, guys? This is Akshay here, and let us continue with today's GFG POTD streak of day. What is it? 396, I guess. Okay, so let us see what the question says, and you can think of the possible solutions. So this is actually an easy category question, and the prerequisite of this question would be Arcadian's algorithm, right? So if we know this question, then maybe it would be easy for us to maybe easy for you guys to think in a particular direction, right? So that's the Arcadian's algorithm video here as well. I'll mention the link in the description. Please go through it before solving this question. Okay, so let us. Okay, one sec. Okay, so how are we gonna solve this question is, so let us first read the question. So we have been given an array of uncontained integers. We need to find the maximum sum of any possible subsequence, right? So that no two numbers in the subsequence should be adjacent in array. Okay. So for 3 to 7 and 10, they have said the answer is 3 and 10. Clearly you can say that you cannot take the adjacent, right? So if you have taken 3, you cannot take 2. If you have considered 7, you cannot consider 2 and 10, right? It's neighbors, you cannot consider it. Okay, so how we're gonna do it here is that we will so first of all, mm, let us write the arrays 3 to 7 and 10. The indexes are 0, 1, 2 and 3, right? So we're gonna make some bunch of variables here. First of all, we need to take it, and then we do not need to take it, right? So let's say not take. So when we are at this 0th index, right? So there would be two cases. If we take this variable, let's say take, and if you do not take this, then the sum would be that possible subsequent sum would be 0, right? Okay, now when I move to the next of the numbers, again I want to consider the cases, but one additional point I need to take care of, that no two numbers in the subsequent should be adjacent there, right? So listen closely, just follow the iteration, you'll be able to understand it. Okay, so at this point of time I will have my two new values for take and non-take, right? So if I'm not taking this value, so I'll consider this here, right? So 0 plus 2, and I will mark this here and this in this take 1, right? So it would be 0 plus 2, and now then my new take value is 2, right? And for this iteration, what is the non-take value? We can say that the maximum of our previous states. What is the maximum of the previous state? 0 and 3. So 3 would be here, right? Similarly, for the next iteration, we have to consider this 7 into our previous not take state, right? And then you have to consider your new, this value would be the maximum of previous 2. Again, just follow up the iteration. So 3 plus 7 is nothing but 10. What is the maximum of previous states values? 2 plus 3 is 5 on the maximum, so it would be 3. Again 10, so add it up with the non-take state of the previous iteration, so it would be 10 plus 3, 13, right? And what is the maximum among the previous states values? 10 and 3, so it is 10, right? Once you are done with the iteration, we need to you can see that the maximum of this would be our answer, so 13 is our answer, right? Great. Okay, so what's the intuition behind this problem is, if you follow the cadence algorithm, so at any point of time we maintain the maximum sum, right? And whenever the sum goes to 0, we reset our sum equals to 0, and again keep tracking the maximum sum, right, in one iteration. Please go through it. So what is the common thing, or what is the intuition for this problem as well? So we have maintained a t and an nt, right? So t is nothing but it is maintaining the maximum sum along the array, along across the elements, right, including the current element. So if you see at any point of time, let's say at this iteration, if you see t is 10, so this is the maximum sum including the element. So let's us visualize manually. If you have included this element, let's say 7, because it's saying including current element, right? You cannot include 2 and 10, and definitely you can pick up the next to next elements in both direction, right and left. So 3 would be picked, and 7 plus 3 is 10. Let us visualize for one more time. So at this iteration, what is the element value? 10. So definitely you cannot pick 7. You can pick 2 and 3, but what will give you the maximum sum? 2 or 3? 10 plus 3, 13. 13 will give you. So, and that is why we are maintaining, right? Similarly, the intuition here is that you have to maintain the maximum sum excluding the current element, right? अगर ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती कि एडजेसेंट की प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं, तब तो फिर आराम से हमारा क्वेश्चन हो जाता सिर्फ इससे, right? Okay, so I hope you got the crux here, you got the intuition and the logic here. Please pause this video here, try to code this approach by yourself, and then we can resume ahead. Okay, great. So that's the code. So we have a two variable, take and non-take, and then we have a for loop for rest of the elements, and we are just updating our states as we have seen in the dry runs, right? So I don't think code explanation is required and at this stage. Great. So the comparison has been passed successfully. Let us hit the submit button. Yes, so that was it. We have done this question, and the same thing would be there in Java. So I'm not giving you explicitly the Java code. Few last things here. First of all, go through this video before solving the question. And that's my DSO repository. You can start and fork to get a resource code. I can only see 66,022 folks, so that's great. And one last thing. So we have come up with our new playlist, that is the lead code solutions interview preparation for our December and January month, right? Since the market is also like on full on hiring, so it would be beneficial for you guys also. And yes, so you can follow my GFG POTD streak for a question thrown at you on the bunch from the ocean of DSA. It would be a question from, I don't know, any topic, and that would be a very good way to practice, right? So according to the poll, I'm again switching it back maybe to GFG POTD, and but this sheet, the lead code sheet question, would be ongoing. And you can see already I have uploaded my bitwise questions, and the mathematical questions are also covered. I think the last two questions are remaining, and then we can jump ahead with array. So yeah, I think till now in 2 days we are at a good pace in this playlist. We will definitely finish it up in 1.5 or 2 months max, right? So yep, make sure to follow this playlist as well. It would be very beneficial to you guys. So yeah, so let us meet again in the tomorrow's beauty streak. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Bye bye, and take care, guys.